Hi, this episode is about meditation and mindfulness-based stress reduction. I have been doing my meditation for a very long time, and I'm very excited to share this with you today. And I hope that you find some good information that you can take away and perhaps consider meditation for yourself. So let's get into the episode. Welcome to Healthy by George. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Hi, my name is Mary Catherine George, and this is Healthy by George, and everyone calls me MC. And today we're going to talk about meditation because I've been doing meditation for a very long time. I think I started meditating perhaps back in high school even, because being part of theater, which is what I was all doing in my early 20s, theater performing, this was a wonderful practice for allowing yourself to get focused, calmed, centered before you went on stage. So I don't know I think it was during one of my theater training programs. They taught us about meditation and the power of meditation. So I can't wait to share with you the many ways that meditation can be beneficial for you, not only from a body-mind connection, but from a health connection, which I think many of us need today because stress is at an all-time high. Anxiety is something that many people struggle with, and depression. So I think we can all benefit from some type of a practice that includes meditation, even if for the few minutes a day, and you can still get great benefit from meditation. So what does meditation really mean? Well, it means that you're training yourself and your mind to focus and redirect your thinking. Maybe you think about nothing, or you just think about being present, or you think about your breath only. And I know so often when I share this with people, they're like, I can't stop my brain from chatting and it just keeps going on. I think somebody told me it was like a monkey brain or a monkey mind, or there's an inner chatter or just an inner dialogue that won't shut up. And I really relate with that. But if you can really, truly allow yourself just to be present and aware while you breathe, you put a timer on for maybe 5 minutes. If you can't tolerate that, do 3 minutes. Do 3 minutes, do 2 minutes, do 1 minute, and basically allow yourself to close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and just be present to your body and your breath and your thoughts. And you can allow yourself, hey, Pete, what are you doing? Okay. My dog is such a cutie, He's always the one, if I'm trying to do a meditation, he needs to come over and get some love. And he'll let me know, please love on me. I get the paw. So this is the key, is it's typically finding yourself in a comfortable position, engaging in one of the techniques that are so available. Sometimes giving yourself a mantra. I know that there's a type of meditation where you do a mantra and you just kind of allow yourself to focus on only that statement. It's just a simple statement that you can just think over and over again. And that way it kind of displaces that kind of inner chatter that you might be aware of. Sometimes it's just counting your breaths. That's another way to just focus on letting your eyes drift down and allowing yourself to just focus on your breath, both in and out, by keeping a number, how many times you breathe in. They call it the 4x4 is the most frequent one, where you breathe in for 4 beats, hold for 4 beats, breathe out for 4 beats, hold for 4 beats, and then you repeat. And you again set a timer. See if that's something that you can find. I know this sounds very simplistic, that you can find some sense of a centering sensation from it. It's some type of a way of feeling more in touch with your body-mind connection. Because so often we live in our heads. We live thinking, how to get to the next thought, or how to get to the next I need to do. Or we're living in the past. It's living, well, oh my God, I did X. Oh my God, I didn't do X. So we constantly are thinking either ahead or behind. But it's so difficult sometimes for us just to be present in the moment. It is so powerful to learn that practice of being present in the moment. It's critical. It is something that allows ourselves to have better health, better well-being, a sense of disconnecting from the distractions in our life. So, there's a calmness that comes too if you really give to yourself the time and attention to do a meditative practice. So other techniques, so what I was describing may be called a mindfulness meditation. So that's a very easy technique where you're just focusing in the present moment. Sometimes if I'm doing a mindfulness, I just will focus on feeling my feet inside my shoes, or my clothes on my body, or my butt against the chair, or my arm on the armrest. Feeling my hair on my shoulders. Those are wonderful ways of getting present in the moment. You can also think of things like, what's the furthest sound that I hear when I'm here in the room, being present? What's the smallest sound? What's the furthest sound? What does the light feel like on my face? All of those things are wonderful ways to have a mindfulness practice and be present. But there's many ways to be mindful. I know that Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a Tibetan monk, he has a wonderful book that I'll put in the notes below that talks about mindfulness and having practices that allow you just to be focused and present in the moment. You can also do guided meditations. I know many of the Headspace, the app called Headspace, has many, many guided meditations that are wonderful. And so it really takes away the pressure that you have to come up with something yourself to guide you through a meditation. There's also a loving kindness meditation where you just focus on repeating phrases that are positive, they're kind, they're empathetic, they're compassionate. And it's something that you just can come up that focuses on being kind and generous to yourself. And also giving yourself the capacity to be connected to other people or have empathy for others, especially if you feel yourself impatient or stressed about circumstances that you find yourself in your life that you can't change. And you have to find ways to be patient about them. So doing a loving kindness meditation is super powerful when you're dealing with stressful situations that can't change. Another one that people really have told us that, or told me, that they've gotten a lot from is the transcendental meditation. And this is something where you can go get a mantra you're trained to do this, and you just are basically practicing saying this mantra over and over and over again. And you just are sitting comfortably using that mantra to help you focus and give your mind a way to deeply relax around that mantra or that phrase. It gives you a heightened awareness. It's really, truly helpful for many people. There's another one that's called the body scan meditation, and this is where you just focus on the parts of your body and just letting go. Can you release the muscle, the stress? Can you bring your awareness to the tips of your finger, the tips of your toes, to your ankle, to your elbow, to your knee, to the back of your calves? Sometimes we don't think about many of the things that are our bodies, and we just ignore them throughout the day, and we don't give them any attention. But if we do a body scan meditation, a lot of people do this to go to sleep by. it can really deeply relax you and allow you to lull yourself into sleep if you struggle with sleep. So doing a body scan is extremely useful. Again, there's a breath awareness meditation. You can do those where you either breathe to the natural rhythm of your breath, or like I said before, there's a 4x4, or you can do any number of ways that you can do a breath meditation. It's just up to you and what you feel comfortable with. You don't have to hold it. You're just focusing on the sensation of the breath in your body. And you're allowing it to leave your body. And some people accompany this with letting go of things that they don't want in their life. When they do the breath out, they say, I'm letting go of anything that I don't want in my life. And when they breathe in, they embrace things and say, I'm welcoming in everything that I desire. So you can do lots of things with a breath meditation. So, we've talked about mindfulness meditation, but there's also other things that you can do that are involving movement. So I think I got in touch with that in some by doing a walking meditation. And this can be done many ways where you're just walking and being mindful of your surroundings. You're taking in what you're looking at, the nature of the sidewalks, the people around you, the nature that you see, looking for details, looking for colors, looking for light, that you're just being present on the walking path that you're on, that you feel your feet. Some people, like I was telling you about Thich Nhat Hanh, he would do a walking meditation where with every step he took, he would say, I love my walking, or I love this step. I love the next step. Or thank you, or a gratitude statement with every step he made. So there's tons of ways you can do it, especially if you're someone who can't sit still and you feel like you need to do things that are about movement. And so that can be things like yoga. Those are wonderful ways of doing a meditative practice where you're moving the body into a yoga position, breathing and moving, and just being present with how your body is going into that movement, the warrior movement, the downward dog movement. All of those things are wonderful to do in a meditative process where you're just focusing on the movement. So one of the things that I have loved about becoming someone who does meditation is that it embraces a practice of letting go of judgment, that it allows you to deepen the awareness of how do I think about myself? How do I perceive myself? How do I talk to myself in my internal dialogue? Am I being harshly critical about everything that happened to me yesterday? Am I being harshly critical about everything that I didn't do today? So, those are the things that is so powerful when you do meditative practices that can focus on letting go, getting aware of, are you judging yourself? Are you treating yourself mentally with statements that are not supportive, that are negative, that are critical? And this is something that surrounds us in everything that we do. This comparison of seeing ourselves compared to, that person on Instagram, or that person who lives next door, or a coworker, or a family member. That we are constantly comparing ourselves to someone else versus just being present with who we are fully and embracing the true gift of who we are in the moment. And that's the gift. And when you're in that place, what's so wonderful too is that you can become a deep listener. Deep listening is something that I think we've lost the art of. I know I struggle with it. If I'm in a meeting, sometimes I find myself wanting to jump in and interrupt the other person and get my thoughts out. When I do meditation more frequently, I'm more capable of being still, deeply listening, and not paying attention to how I want to respond. So I can't recommend enough to everyone to please consider a meditative practice. Please consider embracing even 2 minutes a day if you want to start out. You can do so much to help yourself if you will just do a little bit of meditation every day. So I can't wait to talk to you again, and I hope that you'll join us in the future episode where we're going to talk about eating clean and chronic inflammation. So be well, my friends, and know that you are a gift, and that treating yourself as a gift is the best way to go about having a healthy life and well-being. Bye-bye. So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.